Well, like I said, I wanted to make another video, and I'm just going to show you again. I know I made a video a while back with the same situation, so I know, believe me, I'm as tired as you guys, or maybe more so, in terms of this situation. But anyway, just wanted to show you and obviously document. That's what I've got left in terms of food, and I must admit I didn't enjoy the jam on toast thing. Maybe I'll try just jam on sandwiches or something, I don't know. Maybe try that. So that's it, that's the extent of my food. And that, by the way, just go back to that for a minute, that's kidney beans. And I'm sorry, but I don't like kidney beans at the best of times, never mind trying to eat them just as they are. I'm running out of cleaning materials as well. I'm running out of everything basically. I mean, the funny thing is I've got loads of sugar. Look at the sugar I've got. Got tons of sugar. No cornflakes, that's empty. Some Weetabix left. No milk hardly. Just a drop of milk left. Anyway, so that said, that's the food situation, and that isn't set to improve for a good while yet, at least. I remember when I was first working for Emergence, when I first started doing, and they were, you know, and I sort of first went self-employed. Yeah, I remember when I first went self-employed and I was first working for Emergence, like I said, I was getting so much work. Oh, sorry, hang on. Let me just turn this around because I can't see whether I'm in shot or not. No, see, look. Oh, for crying out loud. What the heck is going on here? It wasn't like that when I did. Oh, whatever. Hey, messed up video, eh? Really professional, really slick, really great videos. You know, YouTube and the quality of a lot of the people out there now is getting so much better. Do you know what I mean? Not like it used to be. It's not. You know, people used to joke, or maybe it is still a bit of a joke, and maybe there is still a lot of them out there. Yeah, absolutely, whatever. But you know, it used to be a bit of a joke, and it's like YouTube's cat videos and stuff like that. You know, people filming their cat doing daft things or whatever. But you know, YouTube's much more than that these days. It really is. You know, and people's stuff. I subscribe to some channels, but there's even more channels out there that are probably just as good, if not better, in some instances. But some people have set up their whole living rooms, or their, you know, somewhere in their house, or they've rented an office space, or whatever the heck it is. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know that. But you know, they've done this space whether it's at their own home or whether it's, you know, somewhere they've rented or whatever, almost like a little TV studio. You know what I mean? Some of them have got some really professional equipment. I've just got a handheld camcorder. Do you know what I mean? Essentially, which, you know, I'm not complaining or whatever. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that you know, there's people out there that are doing stuff that could equal what goes on TV easily, if not more so. Do you know what I mean? So in comparison, you know, and yes, I'm making a comparison. Do you know what I mean? You know, my videos are like what you used to get when YouTube first started, I guess. You know what I mean? Sort of like this amateur bod that hasn't got a clue what he's doing. Well, whatever. Sorry, that's just me having a go at myself, essentially. That's just me having a go at me, because this is not what I envisioned for my channel. These next couple of videos, I'm uploading that one I've just done. You'll see it shortly. It's quite depressing. It's quite sort of dour, and I don't know how many people will watch it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe I'll lose a load of viewers over it. I've only got 46 anyway, but subscribers, I mean, even. and I know that people out there that do regular stuff and what have you, they're very mindful of their audience. They're very grateful to their audience. They're very very conscious of the people that watch their channel. You know, a good lot of them are, and I think the ones that are really professional about, well, when I say professional, I don't mean necessarily, I mean people that are really passionate about it and so forth and what have you. And at the moment, I just I can't feel that right now. I'm just too caught up in my own crap right now. You know, the other video I was saying the same thing. I'm not in a good space. I'm not. And the thing is that in some ways this is an interesting point in my life, in the sense that, you see, now I have, if we use the analogy of toolbox, so the toolbox that my father left me with, and again, this isn't about pointing fingers or planting blame, it's just plain simple fact, end of story. Yeah, the plain simple fact is that I was left with a toolbox of how to deal with life with very limited tools in it. And over these last few years, particularly since I've been living in London, I've now acquired a lot more tools for that box. And so my toolbox for dealing with life is a heck of a lot better than it was back then. But that said, you know, the thing is, so I'm, you know, the way I'm feeling at the moment and the situation that's happening, and no money and no food, and everything seems to be turning to crap, and you know, I'm feeling more and more despondent and more just whatever, feel like giving up, whatever. So, but like I said, the thing is that I got a lot more insight and a lot more knowledge around the way my head works, essentially, although there are still some mysteries in there. But thing is that even with all of that, you know, because if this was a couple of years ago, by now, and I mean, I wouldn't even be doing this for a start of, let's put that there. I wouldn't even be doing this. I wouldn't even be talking to the camera. I wouldn't be putting it out there for public scrutiny, for public view, for everyone to see. I wouldn't even be doing that. But because if this was a few years back, by now, I would either be hitting the booze significantly heavily, and you think, well, hang on, you've got no money, how are you going to hit the booze? Believe me, when you get an addiction of any description, whether it's booze or whatever, you eventually you become very inventive as to how you will try and acquire your drug of choice. Anyway, but like I said, obviously I don't do that, and but that's one possibility. But also the more likelihood would be that I would be becoming extremely self-destructive by now. I mean, really going out, you know, I would go to the extremes of doing things. Do you know what I mean? I would really go to extremes. I would be acting out in such a way that I would eventually incur the attention of the police, and more than likely get myself locked up. That's more than likely what would happen. Or it would be something like that. It would be something on those lines. If it wasn't that, it would be in terms of sort of doing something so dramatic, so dangerous, that I'd probably put my own life in jeopardy. So I may end up in a psychiatric hospital, or any combination of those things years ago would have been happening by now. But like I say, that that isn't the case these days. But that said, thing is that I feel very much like there's a part of me, that self-destruct part. I have a metaphorical big red button. Obviously it's metaphorical, it's not physical. Maybe I should make it. Maybe I should make a physical red button with a big white letter F, a capital white letter F printed on it. And rather than me say what that stands for, I think maybe people can use their imagination and understand what the big red F it button stands for. And you know, I feel very much like I'm really hovering over that button right now. And there's a part of me who really wants to push that button. Seriously. I just want to... Well, I don't know what I want to do. But I certainly know that I just feel like just throwing it all away, whatever. Because it feels like it's all going away anyway. So rather than just wait for the inevitable, why not I just help the inevitables come along? Anyway, I'm just so pissed off. Not, and I don't mean, it's not the kind of pissed off that maybe people understand fully, I don't know. Maybe some people do, some people don't. It's not a pissed off like as in I don't know, angry pissed off kind of, although there is that as well. It's hard to explain sometimes. It's hard to try and find a way of describing feelings and emotions sometimes. Well, it's like I've noticed now that this, like I said, the first video is in the process of uploading. It's got 77 minutes remaining, so it's going to be a little while before that's uploaded now, and it is already 1:10 in the morning. So thing is, I'm noticing that, you see, this is really fascinating in some ways, really interesting in some ways, because the thing is that unlike what I wanted originally to do when I first thought to myself, I'll just make a video, and just what it is, what it is. I'm now finding that it starting to feel a bit artificial. It's starting to feel a little bit kind of like, one, I'm kind of holding back. I'm doing that censoring thing where I'm trying to censor myself because, again, I'm conscious of the fact that I don't want to be putting people off. I'm going to end up losing all of my subscribers at this rate. I'm going to put everybody off so much. They're all going to... This is going to be the second video that's so negative, so... I don't know why I'm doing it. Maybe this is part of the self-destructive thing. You know, everything else seems to be falling apart. Let's make my channel fall apart. Let's destroy that. The other thing in my life that I quite enjoy, that I quite get a lot out of, you know, so maybe I should just destroy that as well now. Maybe that's what it is. But also it does, you know, talking to this camera and knowing that I'm going to put this onto my channel, and knowing that I've already done one that's very well, exactly the same essentially. It's just a continuation. This is part two, if you like. That it is kind of feeling in some ways artificial. And it's kind of like there's another part of me, another part of my brain that's kind of, if you like, it's almost like as part of it's like going like, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Why are you what? Do you know? I've seen some videos on YouTube of very disturbed people as well. I'm not, well, when I say very disturbed, I don't necessarily mean to the point like, you know, they could be a potential threat to somebody unnecessarily. I'm not an expert, so I don't know, but I mean, I'm just saying. I've seen some people, and there's one particular person that's popping in my. I can't. This was ages ago. It was sometime last year, probably about this time last year, maybe. I can't remember. I came across this person. I can't even remember how or why now. They might have even left a comment on one of my videos, but anyway, whatever. I can't honestly remember how or why I came across this person, but anyway, this person, they're in England somewhere, may even be London, I'm not sure, can't quite remember, but I remember watching this person's video, young person. Now again, like I say, I'm not a psychiatrist, I know what I'm saying, but struck me as this person possibly had some mental health issue going on. Now I don't know if they recognise that themselves, whether it was already diagnosed or what. I can only remember little bits of these videos, and I can't remember the whole ins and outs, and I can't remember if that person actually mentions in any of the videos whether he has a diagnosis or whatever. I honestly can't remember, and he looks quite youngish anyway. I'd hazard a guess at maybe 16, 17, maybe, not sure, maybe a little bit older, but as I say, I'm not 100%. But young anyway, and usually they can't diagnose sort of like, you know, certain particular mental illnesses anyway until you're at least in your early 20s, apparently, from what I understand. So I don't know whether this person's got, but he's certainly come across from these videos, and some of them are really short, like, I don't know, a minute and a half, some are even 30 seconds long or whatever. And some are a bit longer, and some where he's sat in a vehicle and he's doing whatever he's talking about, blah 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 blah. And it's like quite a longish one. And I've seen other people that are not perhaps as intense, or the way they come across at that point in that. Well, some are and some are not, and whatever, blah blah blah. But either way, you know, when you look at those videos and you think, wow, that's quite powerful in a sense, because that person either knowingly or unknowingly essentially is well, one, just being themselves regardless of what you think of that individual for saying and being the way they are, but also it's, you know, it's quite a powerful thing in a way, because, you know, these things generally tend to, or traditionally have always been hidden, swept under the carpet, not talked about, not seen, yeah. And I'm not saying necessarily that, like, you know, I don't know whether it should be encouraged, not encouraged, whether it's a good thing, bad thing, whether it means that, you know, you should get lots of views, lots of subscribers, all of that stuff. One, it's not even up to me to decide whether any of those things are right or wrong or not. But nonetheless, I think they're still valid and important, actually. I do. I think they're important. And it goes back to, like I was saying about the person in that film saying, document, you know, keep filming, learn. Because I think there are things to be learnt from these things, you know what I mean? Now, again, I'm not trying to say that what I'm saying and doing here is necessarily a great tool for people to learn from. I'm not saying that. And I'm not sure whether I'm making a comparison or not necessarily. Maybe I am making a comparison. or at least in some ways. Uh, just wondering whether this is a cathartic process or not. My feelings and my mood change just like that. That it's so fluctuating at the moment. Do you know what I mean? My range of emotions just fluctuate constantly. I'm trying to find an analogy, and I can't at the minute. I can't find an analogy right this minute. But my mood swinging from it's unbelievable. It's really, and it's quite disconcerting, to be quite honest, sometimes, because, like, you know, one minute you're kind of feeling, oh, hang on, I'm feeling a little bit more positive, and then all of a sudden it goes down again, and then it comes. It's a freaking nightmare sometimes. It's an absolute nightmare, because these swings of emotions and mood are just so fluid, just so, you know, backwards and forwards. And like I say, sometimes it's really difficult to deal with. But I deal with it a hell of a lot better than I used to. And maybe, like I said, maybe doing this in some ways is a good thing for me. It certainly might not get me lots of views. Certainly ain't going to win me any awards. And it certainly isn't going to bring my viewership up. Viewership, I don't know what the terminology is. I don't know what to call it. But whatever, you know, I mean, chances are, if anything, it's going to, you know, my what's is going to go, you know, especially after people have watched these next two videos. Oh my God, you know, forget about getting any new subscribers. I know I keep going on about it, but I don't know. Yeah, of course, I'm a human being at the end of the day. I live in the age I live in. I might be 50 years of age, but, you know, I'm just as fickle and as what's name as the next person. And yes, of course, I would like to have more viewers and more views, and my channel become a little bit more popular. Of course, I would. So I mean, I'm human after at the end of the day, and that, I guess, part of the reason why I'm doing YouTube and why I'm on YouTube. That's part of the reason. It's not the whole thing. I'd still make videos even if I had one viewer or no viewers. I'd still be making videos, to be quite honest with you. I would, because I like doing it. Not just these kind of videos either. I mean, going out and about and filming stuff and and, I mean, hopefully interesting things as well. So, you know, but obviously, you know, as a consequence, as a bonus, as see how my brain sometimes just doesn't want to give me the word. I see it, feel it right there, and I just want to grab that word and pull it in, and my brain's going, you're not having that word. Sorry. Oh God, I am an idiot, aren't I? But I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm an idiot. So what? Sue me for being an idiot. Whatever. Oh dear. Oh God, I'm starting to feel hungry now. Probably all this talking, you see, all this talking is burning up calories, and therefore my brain's saying, oh, by the way, stomach's empty. Maybe I'll do some just dry toast. Mind you, I did some dry toast earlier on without the butter and the jam to see if I could eat it, and again, I got through some of it, I couldn't eat it all. I don't know if it's the bread, or whether it's just me, or whatever. You know, but I'm now, I must admit, I'm thinking about getting some more of that bread and scoffing it because I feel hungry. I don't know. Do you know? Oh God, I don't know. Just another thing popped in. You know, again, I'm talking as if, like, I mean, I don't know. because I get so little feedback, I suppose. I don't know whether that does make a difference or not, to be quite honest. I mean, you know, maybe people like Adam the Woo or other people that I watch, maybe they would be able to tell me whether they, you know, getting so much feedback and comments helps them then to, well, it gives them the information how to then respond back in another video. Maybe I guess I would imagine that would be, because the thing is, I don't know how many people. See, now I've completely lost it again. Where was I going? Oh yeah. So I don't know how many people understand or know what's gone on. That's where I was trying to get to. The point is, I don't know really for certain. You know, some of my subscribers might just watch one of my videos and then miss the next 10. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I have no idea. So, you know, I might start talking about something, and then that person scratching their head thinking, well, I don't know, because I didn't see that video. Anyway, so the thing is that, because I was thinking about doing these videos, and you know, like I have that video, I've shown it a couple of times, I've got it on my Facebook and on my Twitter and what have you, that video called Dream by the inmate or something that was getting out, and he wrote those words about being an artist and being creative and so on, blah blah blah. Very inspirational, amazing video, makes me cry every time I watch it. Anyway, excuse me. So anyway, I was thinking, because in that video it mentions about Van Gogh and how Van Gogh was extremely talented but got no recognition, and at one point in the video he says, I wish he had a Miss Harris in his life, maybe he would have kept him fighting the madness and would have produced one more masterpiece, whatever, and then I started thinking, wow, wouldn't it be amazing if they'd had videos back then? Maybe Van Gogh could have done a few videos like this, do you know what I mean, and got stuff off his chest doing this, do you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, but of course that doesn't make any sense really, because if he was alive today, or he was alive in an age where they had video and they had an internet and all the rest of it, which essentially would be now. Oh God. But the thing is, then one would hope that the sophistication and level of understanding of mental health issues would be so much so that he wouldn't have ended up taking his own life. But that obviously doesn't necessarily mean that would have been the case necessarily, whatever. But I don't know, just crazy things that go through my head sometimes. So yeah, making the video would, you know, is it a useful thing? Yeah, anyway, getting silent again. Right, God damn it. Okay, obviously I need to turn this video off now, because got to that point, I suppose, where it's like my brain's just saying, do you know what, why don't you shut up? You're just talking about nothing, why don't you just shut up? Right, okay, so yeah, another not very good video, I guess. So again, I apologise. Apologies for all that. Although obviously I'm still going to put the video up. Hopefully we'll get some more positive videos soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.